So I'm kind of excited and I'm a little nervous, but I am deciding something to break outside the box. Going into this last month of 2020 and through the first quarter of 2021. For the last 6 years, I've done a lot of things locally here in the DMV area. Have had a lot of positive feedback and breaking through interior and, urban communities. And I've always wanted to take my programming global, even before I found the sport of triathlon. And finally, being able to find the sport of triathlon, I've been able to piece my programs together for a very comprehensive pathway from inception with using a sport, and in this case, using the sport of triathlon as a foundation, all the way up to the collegiate level. So now that we're stuck in this COVID-19 scenario, we've had to really think outside the box and be very innovative and creative in ways in which we serve our target population. Here in the DMV area, it's very hard to get inside of swimming pools, or even if the pools are open, it's hard to encourage parents to come out because the COVID scenario is real. It's not Memorex. And unfortunately, most of us don't think that you can be cured within 72 hours. So people are treading very lightly and how they're actually going out into the open. Facilities are kind of on lockdown. And now here after Thanksgiving, seems like we're going back into a worldwide shutdown, or at least state by state, which is going to limit access to programming, large programming, or at least interaction in close proximity. So what better way after celebrating 5 years through my nonprofit than in the success of our 2020 COVID-19 than to use technology to our advantage and go global. So this is my first nationwide campaign. And as I told my committee that I've assembled, which for the most part, outside of one person, it's kind of new for me to work with them, but I trust them. I'm always open to learning new individuals and what their specialty area happens to be. They are think tanks and experts in their area, and I want to kind of teach and learn at the same time. So even for them, most of them that's on the committee that's helping to spearhead this initiative, the NCAA Women's Varsity Triathlon program is new to them. The Collegiate Club program is new to them. The NCAA Combine Initiative is new to them. And it's just newness across the board. But what isn't new to me is the vision and this creative moment that we have coming up. And so I'm going to vlog throughout the way, the highs and the lows. I'm coming fresh off of a 9-day getaway, balance, work, family, with my own triathletes and business owners. And I'm feeling renewed and rejuvenated. And we started planning, or at least not starting planning, but putting down on paper the timeline of the rollout, and have had conversations over the last, 2 weeks. And excited to roll that out over the month of December. But for you, I want you to journey with us. There's going to be some highs and some lows. I promise to be as transparent as possible. And I told my committee, I don't know what the outcome is going to be, right? We always put things in motion with a goal in mind. And you have to have some end result to understand what the process will need to be. And for me, I'm very process and detail oriented. Sometimes it's a little too much. So I kind of probably don't move as quickly as I could. But I can say that anything I put my hands on is of quality nature in terms of implementation and execution. And so I'm excited to see, as I mentioned to my committee members, I don't know what the goal is. I don't know. I know what the goal is. I don't know what the outcome will be. All I know is that right now I have a duty as a leader in the African American communities. I have a leader in the multi-sport industry. I have a duty as a leader in the multi-sport industry. I have a duty to my own kids that have grown in and up and through the sports and those within my club to think outside the box and really expand the reach and bring and use this moment in time as a time for creative genius. An opportunity to ensure that we're building not only on what we've done as an organization or me as an individual, but on what the needs are for our targeted population. And, underserved and underrepresented communities will always have a need, no matter if it's now or 100 years from now. There is always some kind of need to be identified and tapped into. And so this nationwide campaign that's coming down the pike is a TRIAD initiative. If you follow IABT or me at all, you're probably used to hearing that TRIAD initiative from our COVID-19 student athlete leadership program that implemented their TRIAD initiative this fall and was very successful. So we're picking up another TRIAD initiative, but under my leadership, again, with a great group of individuals. And what is that TRIAD initiative you're mentioning, or am I talking about? One is a nationwide NCAA and Collegiate Club virtual combine. It's an NCAA and Collegiate Club virtual tour, and it's an NCAA Collegiate Club virtual triathlon. Woo! I'm excited, right? So the overall goal is to get 100 youth worldwide ages 12 to 17 or 12 to 18 as a part of our combine. They could be anywhere in the world. They're not limited to geographic location or socioeconomic status or academic rigor. We're just looking for single discipline, multidiscipline individuals, aspiring triathletes, aspiring athletes to get involved in this combine. In addition to that, we are bringing to the second part a virtual tour. Yes, not an HBCU tour, not a PWI tour. It's an NCAA Collegiate Club virtual tour. Exciting, right? Yes, it's never been done. It's thinking outside the box as usual. IABT, I actually had this vision a year ago where we were slated to do our NCAA tour here on the East Coast in April of 2020. And of course, that fell apart because of COVID. And so I thought of, listening to, things around us. And I'm like, why not just take it virtual? It's a great way to get these programs in front of aspiring athletes and aspiring triathletes and aspiring, and single discipline youth and families to know what their options are going into the fall of 2021. And then last but not least, we're going to have an NCAA Collegiate Club virtual triathlon for youth. And all of these initiatives are targeted for youth ages 12 to 18 or 17 years old. Yep. Male, female, white, black, Puerto Rican, Asian, thick, with a disability, paraplegic, doesn't matter. It's open to you. So that's the announcement. This is the first day, which is November 29th. We're like almost 5 weeks into this planning on the back end. I'm excited to see what our campaign will look like going into December. The launch is in January. And I will at least give you this before I exit this. Over the next 120 days, I need you to subscribe. Go to www.theibt.org and subscribe. If you're not following us on social media, go to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and type up IABT Triathletes and follow, right? And then if you're also on Instagram, look up IABT_junior_athletes and follow our Junior Multi-Sport Club Instagram account as well. The great thing that people always say to me, and it's funny because one of the collegiate club coaches said it to me, collegiate varsity triathlon program coaches said it to me. He said, Dr. Doris, he said, every time where I think you can no longer top yourself, I go on social media and you've done it again. Well, you're absolutely right. When there's a will, there's a way. And right now we're going to use technology. We're going to use the World Wide Web, and we're going to use the fact that we're shut down in the midst of a pandemic to expand our reach. So welcome aboard. I look forward to you journeying with us. If you have any questions, comment below. Reach out to me at IABTtriathletes@gmail.com. Give me a call at 443-226-3841.
That is not correct.
Nope. 443-267-8783. And you can hit us up, again, at IABTtriathletes@gmail.com. If you want to market your services or your products to our virtual participants, youth and families, please email Gian. God, what's his last name? I'll have to bring that back to you. But we look forward to journeying with you. I'm excited about this nationwide campaign. I don't know. I know there's going to be an impact. I don't know what that impact will be. I just know that anytime God puts his hands on something, and it's well thought out and well planned to the best of our ability, that there's going to be nothing but positive things. So thank you. Chat with you soon. Comment below. Stay tuned for more videos to kind of understand what is an NCAA Combine, what is an NCAA Varsity Triathlon program, what is a collegiate club triathlon program, what are we doing, what's going on, what's this TRIAD initiative. Stay tuned.